Hey guys, what to do when you have a bug or when you are throwing up and you're not feeling well. So yesterday, that happened to yours truly. I had breakfast and I ate some raspberries from my garden, and I don't know if they were not cleaned properly or whatever. I ended up feeling so sick after a couple of hours, where I got to Braga and I couldn't even stand. The vet and his nurse downstairs literally had to carry me to my office so that I could lie down, and I lie down on the floor. And when they checked on me like 4 hours later, I was like, I'm exactly where you left me, because I could not move. So that was a big thing, that I was just feeling like crap. Um, I threw up in the evening, and then I felt much better after. Like I was gaining my energy again, the nausea was going away, like everything felt good, and I knew that was just indigestion or a bug or something. But I didn't have problems in my lower digestion. It wasn't like belly ache or runs. It was just literally the stomach and wanting to throw up. So after that, I basically fasted for 24 hours, maybe 26 hours in total, which is good because I needed it. I needed to everything to reset, but I made a mistake. I did not drink water. Now, into my defense, the reason I didn't drink water is that I have an OR machine here, which is that was empty, and so because it was empty, I didn't have the strength, literally crazy, to go to the sink in my bathroom, fill up a jar and fill this up so that it can purify. I couldn't do it. Like, I contemplated reaching out to my friends to bring me bottles of water, but I just couldn't even do that. So I slept, I was a bit dehydrated, but in the evening I mastered the energy after throwing up, and I did this. It takes a few minutes just to purify anyway, so I drank a liter and a bit of lemon water, and I felt so much better. Then throughout the night, I obviously slept okay, but I was hungry a little bit. But actually, I wasn't really hungry per se. I could feel that my glucose was going a little bit low. So something that I could just say is, not probably the glucose was going low because I didn't have a lot of minerals in my body, so everything was kind of not in homeostasis. My body was trying to find homeostasis. I wasn't super worried. What I did is breathing and grounding, and then I felt much better. But at some point, I did feel like I was a bit low in energy, even sleeping. Right, so my body was like, "Don't fall asleep. Like, don't go into a deep sleep right now." Um, but then I kind of balanced out and I was fine. And this morning, and when I got up, interestingly enough, I had to do it slowly to get up because my head was a little bit spinny. But actually, I practiced yoga on an empty stomach anyway. And I am not recommending that to anybody. I'm a little bit of a maverick when it comes to this because I'm so used to fasting. But don't do this. Just don't. And in fact, don't have to work out after you're not feeling well. I'm just a little bit of a nutcase. But I did a very gentle workout, though. It wasn't like crazy. I just wanted to stretch and breathe, and that's it. But even then, I could have done without. In any case, I drank a lot of water again this morning with lemon, and I would just say the best thing to have around, it's either mineral sachets for hydrating, putting a pinch of Himalayan salt in your water to balance out sodium and potassium. I had celery juice this morning after the water with lemon, which really, really helped because celery juice has a good amount of potassium and also a good amount of sodium. So it did balance out these two important minerals. And then I would say have coconut water handy. So if you have somebody around you that can help you, go to the store, get pure coconut water, because the electrolytes in there are magnificent. Do not buy these blue, pink dyed hydrating drinks that people use for sport. Please don't buy those. No, not necessary. Put real minerals in your body, okay? A spoon of, if you can stomach it, a spoon of Irish moss gel, always, always helpful. You are tackling 98 minerals, so at a very minimum. So it's really, really good to have that. Then resting, because your body tells you to rest when you're not feeling well for a reason, because when you're resting, you're not using energy for anything else but your immune system. Equally, when people are like, please eat because you're going to shrivel up, if you're not feeling well, don't eat. Fasting is good. Animals fast when they don't feel well for a reason. your digestive system takes a lot of energy. If your immune system needs to work, it's like, buddy, you got to stay sleeping. I have to do my work. I wanted my cells to heal. I wanted my body to heal. I didn't want to digest food. So even if I was slightly hungry in the evening, the funniest thing ever, by the way, after feeling that acidity from the raspberries when I threw up, I was like, I really want roast potatoes. This morning I woke up wanting roasted potatoes. So I'm not pregnant. So I don't know why I just wanted roasted potatoes. But I didn't get them and now the craving is gone anyway. But it was funny. And it was because I needed salt, actually, I realized. Breakfast, I didn't have a lot. Well, I have normal breakfast stuff, but I didn't want anything sweet, actually. I wanted salt. So I had tempeh with salt for breakfast and 2 bananas. Or three bananas. That was my breakfast. Then at lunch, around 3, that was my lunch and dinner. I'm gonna fast again because I think I need still a bit of a break in my stomach. But I had miso soup. I had I shared the photos on Instagram, but I basically had Japanese, but without the normal sushi. It was just veggies. The only thing they did wrong is that they put MSGs in the mushrooms, and after I'm allergic, so I had this tightness in my jaw and hairline and head, and it was killing me. I was like, oh boy. But it's gone. I drank a lot of water. So my 2 days of not being very lucky. But anyway, so the tips that I'm sharing with you is keeping hydrated, sleeping and resting, and making sure that you actually fast. Those 3 things will get you on your feet super, super fast. If you are diabetic, no. If you have diabetes, I shouldn't say if you are diabetic. Nobody likes to be called a diabetic. If you have diabetes, you are having to be very careful about the sugar drop, okay? So if you have type 1, clearly you want to make sure you eat because you're going to have to take insulin and you have to make sure that you balance out. You don't want to go into a diabetic coma. If you are type 2, equally, you want to make sure that your glucose is not dropping to radical either, because again, it can be quite dangerous. So you guys have to make sure that you check your blood. I actually contemplated in the middle of the night when I wasn't feeling 100% and when I just felt my blood sugar was low to check it, but I was too tired to get up. And I didn't want to disrupt my sleep to the point where I would get up and actually have cortisol running through my body. So I decided that I was just going to breathe myself back to sleep. And I actually did. And it was perfect. So I had very vivid dreams this morning, which I really enjoy having, actually. And I dreamt about my friend Matt. So I sent him a message this morning. I'm like, I dreamt about you, Matt. Because I wanted to do a retreat with him here in Portugal. Because I'm doing another one with a friend of mine. So more to news to come. But yeah, for 2025. But yes, this is really what is happening. And what I suggest if you are not feeling 100% with your stomach. So as we're going back to school, well, not me, the kids, and a lot of bugs are wandering around, and parents are going to have these children come home with, all the stuff, sniffles, throwing up, you name it. The best thing to do is to understand how to help them get better, keeping hydrated, resting, fasting. For children, fast shouldn't be too long, but try to just allow them. One thing I would say, miso soup actually is also part of hydration, but also nourishment. Make a good miso soup with algae and some tofu. I promise you the minerals in there will get these kids going, no problem. So I actually felt better after eating my miso soup today. So yeah, I hope that helps, and I'll see you soon. Bye.